Okay guys, have something quite important today. Well, important to me, because I had been putting a lot of thought into it, and yeah, made kind of sense to me. So it's something I just want to put out there basically. So a few months ago, before this whole thing started, and during last election basically, my daughter, she asked me a question. She said, "Daddy, if you were to vote, who would you vote for?" And I said, "Darling, I would only vote for myself, because I don't believe anybody else out there is looking out for anyone. And if I did, then I would change the planet, and I would change the world, and I would do things differently, regardless of what kind of, potential threats there are as a prime minister for me, or what kind of, things you have to sometimes bend down to do as an ally of another country." So I'll just leave it there. And today I've started thinking, and I said, what would I do during this pandemic, right? What would I have done if I was the PM and I had to print out 350 billion pounds? What would I do? And the first thing that came to my mind was, I would literally be giving money to everyone. And so I started thinking, I said, well, how would I do that? Because a lot of people get like benefits and all sorts and this and that. Well, that's the problem, because what the government has done is created this pool of money, literally printed a whole ton of money, which is okay. We're not going to feel the inflation yet. We will feel the inflation in a few years. Mark my word, we will feel the inflation in a few years. And we have basically, the government has said that they will give money to businesses and whatnot, and people who are not working will be able to claim benefits and whatnot, right? I would have announced and said, I'm printing 350 million pounds, and every household in UK, by default, automatically will have to submit a bank account. So each household, so one household, right, one bank account per household, submit your bank account, and I am going to be sending the funds to your account. Okay, so because we know how many people live in a household and this and that, all the local councils know that, right? So we allocate the funds, we will be sending the funds directly to each person for the duration of this pandemic, or until everything comes back to normality, right? And it's not much, honestly. It's not. You don't need 350 billion. You don't need billions ever, right? And that would have been a lot to support the people who are having a hard time now. So it doesn't. We don't need to go through the benefit system. The benefit system would have just stayed as it is. Whoever claims benefit gets benefit. Whoever doesn't. But everybody would have definitely been enriched, right, in their livelihood by that extra little bit of money coming in. Which would have helped a lot. So that's my view on that particular one, how I would have done it, right? I would have just literally been given it, said, everybody put your bank account down, and each household I'll be sending whatever, a small fund out to you. And it's very easy to do. The banks, the government always does it, right? It's batch payments, just use a batch payment and do it, right? So it doesn't make a difference whether you pay 10,000 people or 10 million people or 10 billion people. It doesn't make a difference, right? You can literally just send it from one account, because that's where the printed money is. Or I doubt even there's any printed money. I think there's just a bunch of numbers just added up to how much money we have. Anyway, that's my personal views. That's what I would have done. Now, you got businesses out there, right? So I don't want to leave the businesses out. You got businesses out there who had to shut down and whatnot. Now, I've noticed a lot of the councils have sent the letters out to say that you will not be paying council tax. But one thing I'm still waiting to see, and I've heard a few rumours, but I haven't seen any evidence, because I have asked people, I said, give me evidence. If you have claimed it, or if you have got that grant that the government said to you, show me evidence. So far, nobody has been able to show me any evidence. People have been talking, but not walking the walk, right? So talk the talk, walk the walk, show me what you got. Prove it to me, right? Send me a link, right? Send me a picture that I've received it. Even a letter, I'm happy. I don't need to see your bank statement. Just show me a letterhead saying that I am receiving it, and I'm happy with that. But I can guarantee you, nobody's sending me that. So where is the money going, and who is taking the money? It's very important, because I'm concerned. I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure out where the money's going and how much money do we need, and who are going to get it. Because I frankly, this is my belief, right? So I frankly think that people who make billions and billions a year will probably be getting the billions and billions that they've printed. Okay, remember this, billions and billions. So that's something, you know, to take into account and understand. People, small businesses, this and that, you hear every day people going into liquidation and this and that, whatnot, right? Which is true. A lot of businesses are going out of business. You know, they just can't survive anymore. What's going to happen to them? Are they getting anything for that? And you know, a lot of people's lives have been ruined. You know, what's the government going to do about that? You know, it's a question. I'm going to leave you with a question. So, as usual, I always say, question everything. And yeah, if you've got some evidence that you've received it as a business, please show it to me, because I really want to see, because I haven't received anything yet. I don't know of anyone who has, because they haven't been able to prove anything to me, but everyone's talked about how they can. Now, I don't want to know about how you can. I want to know, have you got it? That's more important, because I haven't. I've tried to contact my local council. My local council didn't even pick up the phone. Phone lines are just diverted. So yeah, you can't even contact them. You can't talk to anybody. None of that business. So I'm in a bit of a limbo. I have no idea what's going on. From my point of view, from my thing, kind of as a dedication and this and that, every single one of my staff that have worked or have been a part of the team, I've continued paying them every week, as I would, regardless whether they worked for me or not. And that's basically so that I could help them financially during this hard time. And it shouldn't be me, it should be the government who should have been doing this in the first place. And yeah, you're going to argue that the government is giving 80% back. Fine, but I haven't received the 80% either, right? When do I receive that? So there are so many different things. If you look at it, you notice that basically government made a false promise, hasn't delivered, and in my opinion, I doubt they're going to deliver. Because I'm trying, I'm looking for the 80%. I didn't get any, right? And I pay every one of my employees through the bank, so there's no cash dealings, because I don't like cash. And I you know, I always encourage people to pay me with cards, so it goes through the bank. It's black and white. I like black and white business, because that way you don't have to answer anything, right? Because it's hard, like cash is dirty, and for me, I don't like carrying cash or doing whatnot. Always, card is good, bank is good, black and white. I do what I like with it. It's all black and white. So this is the kind of a situation that I'm looking at, and yeah, I just want to understand, has anybody got any answers? Okay, guys, stay safe, stay home, and if you got anything for me, please do let me know. Okay, thank you.